Welcome back. Today we're going to keep building on what we did during Distance Learning 1, and we're going to review mindset and what we've been talking about as the differences between fixed and growth mindset, and then focus on giving you tools to help people shift their mindset. You're going to understand how to help people move from what's called the judger path to the learner path, and understand research on deliberate practice as a way of building growth mindset and the role of curiosity in all of this. So here's our agenda. First, we'll review the past work on mindset that we've recently just left off talking about, and I'll give you 10 different steps for how to induce mindset, both fixed mindset and growth mindset. Then we're going to talk about the difference between being on the learner path and the judger path, and how these two paths actually describe fixed and growth mindset. And then we'll conclude by talking about deliberate practice and what does that mean to help people value and respect effort and how that contributes to the mindset that they have, as well as how curiosity is actually the antidote, or can be the antidote, to the kind of mindset that would otherwise get people stuck. Let's get started. So where we left off on mindset is we just spoke about praise, and how if you praise someone for who they are versus what they're doing, you're more likely to induce a mindset. So in this particular study, Mueller and Dweck had found that if students received person praise for a job well done, they were more likely to inherit fixed mindset. For example, if they were told, "You're smart at this," they were more likely to turn down a challenging new task. Students that received process praise for the job well done were more likely to inherit a growth mindset. If they were given a message such as, "Wow, you must have worked hard on this," they were more likely to embrace challenging new tasks. And of course, one would understand and expect that if a person is embracing challenges rather than turning away from them, and they're open to possibilities and they're wanting to learn and wanting to grow, of course these things are going to lead them to a path of greater success compared to someone who's afraid to challenge themselves, or is going to find that they plateau at a certain point from learning and growing. So some other studies that built upon this for the same authors then looked at what would happen later on when they came across a difficult problem. They found that those who had been induced with a fixed mindset, their ability plummeted, even on easier problems. So again, if you have somebody who you know is very capable, they're able to do this thing, if they've gotten a lot of praise about who they are, or they've taken on this very black and white thinking, either you have it or you don't, even when they're very capable, they start to doubt themselves, they start to overthink it, and they kind of shy away from challenges. Those who were praised for their ability, however, they were more likely they were more likely to actually lie about their performance. This idea of maintaining appearances, say, "Oh, of course, sure, I could do that. Oh yeah, no problem, I've got that," even if they may not necessarily even have the skill. Because again, fixed mindset is about judging, it's about appearances, it's about looking a certain way. So what we actually found in that study was that even praise actually lowered ability and IQ on this performance task. What this does tell us is that people can induce a mindset. The other studies that we looked at were looking at the impact of not just the feedback that we give to people about their ability, but how do we talk about other people? So I spent most of my childhood developing a fixed mindset, not even knowing it. And of course, at times it would battle up against growth mindset messages. For example, I'd be told, the more effort you put in, the more you practice, the better you get. Yet I would also still shy away from a task. And I remember actually being in the car with my mom, and I remember her once in a while saying things about some of my friends. "Oh, that person, oh, she's so smart. Oh, that one, she's so great, she's so talented." And even while my mom would very well want to just be supportive and loving and loved my friends, I would internalize that message of, what does it mean to be smart, or what does it mean to be talented? So it's not just what we think about ourselves or the messages we get. We are also on the lookout for other people's stories. As kids, we take it on from movies that we see, from messages that other people give. And so if you are being told stories about how effort and perseverance support someone as opposed to overnight wonders, obviously it's going to affect you differently. And I always use the example of what happens when you are a child growing up, and we use the Michael Jordan commercials as a great example. If all you see is this incredibly talented basketball player, but you never see the effort that went in, the training that went into making that happen, you're just going to say, hey, either you have it or you don't. Either you have what it takes or you don't. So effort and perseverance and stories really count. We saw that in the study that we gave you around mindset and math lessons. Same exact curriculum, same people covered. Tell one group that it's about brilliance and excellence and being a genius and having this thing that not everybody can have. Or you just say to another group, actually, it's an ordinary magic. It's something that anybody could do, really, so long as you find yourself really passionate about a subject, really curious, and dedicate the effort. We can induce a mindset. So knowing that we can induce a mindset is going to carry us now into our next conversation about different ways of making that happen.